Good evening. So, cooking tonight. I am throwing together something. I'm going to try and emulate a butter chicken. I watched a recipe online. I'm going to free flow it, see how it turns out. So, thought I'd take you guys along and just sort of see what my little ready, steady cook skills are like. So I'm very fortunate I work in an organic store. So I've got some beautiful organic biodynamic ghee by my fantastic friend Jaya. Makes the most beautiful ghee in Mullumbimby. An organic onion. And so far in the pot I've got about 2 tablespoons of ghee. I've got a whole load of spices. I've got some organic tomato paste. I have some organic ginger. I got some garlic in the mortar and pestle. And I have a whole lot of I've got ground cumin, ground coriander, some cardamom, some star anise, some cinnamon, some fenugreek, and some beautiful raw yogurt. So we'll start assembling this with my amazing certified organic chicken breast and see how it turns out. Okay, so the spices are in the ghee with ginger and garlic, and I added one of my most favorite sea salts. So good, this raw hand harvested sea salt from South Australia. Smells amazing. Onions are chopped. Just going to let that cook off a little bit, develop those spices. Not quite sure what I'm going to do next, but I'll figure it out. Okay, so the chicken was added, and the original recipe that I saw called for like a double cream or a thick pouring cream. I didn't have any cream, so instead I got some amazing Meredith Dairy natural sheep's milk yogurt. It's got a really creamy texture. I love sheep's milk yogurt. There's a little bit of tartness to it, as most yogurts do have. So to round it out and just really add a little bit extra creaminess, I threw in some organic sour cream. I mean, there was still lots of ghee in there and the tomato paste. Onions were softened down. Just put a pot on to put some quinoa on to serve this with. I'm going to let this baby sit here for probably about 30 minutes. Also in the oven, I have a whole half a butternut pumpkin that I've just drizzled with some ghee and sprinkled with some salt. The top of the salt shaker came off, so that's why there's so much salt on there, but I'll dust that off. And then I have some cool little oven roasted zucchinis just happening in there as well. I'm just going to chop those up and put those on top of the quinoa and then serve the butter chicken with all the sauce over the top of everything. So hopefully it should turn out really yummy. So in the spirit of having tomorrow off, I got these really amazing little baby apples today. We haven't had apples for weeks, so the likelihood that these are new season fresh is lovely. So they inspired me to do a little gluten-free Bircher style muesli. So my idea is, I've got this beautiful cereal from a company, Good Natured Living. It's activated organic cereal. The Ancient Mother blend has got all sorts of yummy buckwheat, linseeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, goji berries. Really nice. I'm going to take half of that. Grate a couple of these organic pears in there. And then, please excuse the mess of my fridge. Get some of this wonderful, what's called body yogurt. So, raw yogurt. And a little bit of the sheep's milk yogurt. And I'm going to mix that all in a bowl and let that sit overnight. I'm going to grab some of these organic nectarines with some of these beautiful mangoes from a friend's garden. So these need to be used up. So halve these. I've got some wonderful organic vanilla pods. So I'm going to sprinkle them with vanilla and oven bake those. So in the morning I'm going to take the other half of this cereal, mix it through the Bircher. Oh, and I'm actually going to bake these in the oven with some I'm going to roll them in cinnamon. And then I'm going to pop those little apples into the bowl with the bircher overnight, just so it imparts some flavour and get some really yummy things in there. Then in the morning I'll take the other half of that cereal, mix it through to give it a little bit of crunch, top it off with the nectarines and mango, and serve with some more fresh raw yogurt. I'll show you what that looks like in the morning. Pumpkin just came out of the oven, so delicious and soft. I had to wipe some of the salt off though. Whoops. I'm sure it'll still be delicious. So I've got some red quinoa on the boil in here. I cooked a little bit extra for the gluten-free bircher I'm putting together in the morning. Just add a little bit of extra protein, some more nutrients. Have a look at how beautiful those zucchinis look. I always laugh when people say, is there anything better? Because yeah, there's tons of things better than baked zucchini, but when you're just about to eat it, it's pretty amazing. Okay, so while my quinoa is finishing off, I thought I'd do my little apples. So surprise, surprise, a little bit of ghee and some organic Sri Lankan cinnamon, Zealandican cinnamonum. So I'll toss the apples through here just to coat them, pop them in the baking tray with a little bit of water and in the oven. Alright, almost ready to serve up. So I've got the red quinoa, the oven roasted organic pumpkin, and the oven roasted organic zucchinis. And I'm about to top it with my beautiful butter chicken that's been simmering for the last hour. Doesn't that look amazing? Gonna look even better on there. And there it is. Made even better if there was some fresh coriander, but my mum hates coriander, so there's no coriander. But I'm sure it's still lovely. Okay, apples have just come out of the oven. It's rolling them in a little bit more cinnamon. I have popped the activated cereal, the gluten-free muesli in the bowl, and I'm going to get out my raw body yogurt, organic raw bath milk. Yum. I'm definitely not going to tell my mum about this because the idea of this will freak her out. I didn't tell her that there was sheep's milk yogurt in the butter chicken, and she thought it was amazing. Just added the rest of the leftover quinoa from dinner, and we will take the lid. Oh my gosh, does that not just look amazing? Time to assemble. I've just put the fine side on my food processor grater so I can grate up some of the pears. With the grated pear, I've got some really lovely, yummy medicinal cinnamon. Time to mix through the yogurt. Okay, so I've just given it a really good mix through. Make sure the yogurt's all combined. I use nearly half a tub. I've got it 900 grams here. Just look at how amazingly thick and creamy that is. Beautiful raw yogurt, hasn't been heated above 35 degrees, lots of live, beautiful, beneficial bacteria for your gut, no grains, organic fruit just for added fibre, just packed full of nutrition in this. So now that's all mixed through, I'm going to stud these amazing little apples in here just so they impart their flavour overnight. Oh, they're so warm and beautiful. and then the leftover cinnamon ghee just sprinkled all over the top. And I'll put the lid on that, let that sit out for a little while just to infuse, and then I'll pop that in the fridge overnight. Okay, lid goes on. Beautiful.